What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back, some more Dead by Daylight. Today we are going to be checking out the brand new survivor coming to the game, Alan Wake. So I know I'm a little late to this, but it's actually happening. Alan Wake is coming to DVD. You can play as Alan Wake right now in the BTB, but we're going to go ahead and check out the backstory. We're going to go ahead and check out the perks and see what this character is all about. But let's go ahead and get started. Let's check out the character info right here. We're going to go through the backstory and then we'll see what the perks are all about. It says, 13 years ago, best-selling author Alan Wake disappeared from the town of Bright Falls under mysterious circumstances. While the outside world moved on, Alan was trapped in the dark place, a strange dimension where Alan's stories come to life. Sitting before his typewriter, Alan wrote page after page as time seemed to stand still outside the window of his cabin. He conjured terrors and demons from the darkest recesses of his mind in the hope of writing the one story that could lead to his escape from the dark place. Only then would Alan be able to return to the real world and reunite with his wife, Alice. But escape never came, and after an eternity of writing, Alan lost all hope of ever returning to the life he once knew. And then he remembered something, one of the first scripts he wrote for the show Night Springs so many years ago, a tense supernatural thriller he called Dead of Night, about a group trapped in a nightmare world. This episode ended with them all escaping by ... Alan struggled to remember. His time on Night Springs was ancient history, and the dark place was a thief of time and memories. The only solution was to recreate the script from memory, as many drafts as needed, until Alan remembered how the episode ended. With every iteration of the script, the dark place changed around Alan, placing him in the middle of the action, and every failed ending brought Alan back to the cabin and the typewriter. Undeterred, Alan tried again and again until the ending came to him like a voice whispering in his mind. Alan wrote the final draft and found himself back with his character standing before a wall of black fog. Looking at the fog sent chills up and down Alan's spine, but he knew this was how the episode ended. He watched his characters pass through the wall of fog, leaving the nightmare world behind. Alan stared down the wall, struck by realization the episode had ended on an ambiguous note. Did the characters return home? Did they make it back to their loved ones? Alan couldn't remember what he had intended. He wanted to turn back to start again and write just one more draft. No sooner had the thought crossed his mind than he saw it. A dim light flickered to life deep within the fog. A sign, a way home. After all this time, there it was right in front of him. Alan took a deep breath, trembling breath, and entered the fog, never taking his eyes off the light in the distance. I read that last part wrong, but anyway, there it is, the backstory to Alan Wake in DBD. Now let's go ahead and move on to the first perk for Alan Wake. First one is called Champion of Light. The glow of the flashlight looks a little different, feels a little warmer. While you are holding a flashlight, this perk activates. When you are shining a flashlight, you have 50% haste. When you successfully blind the killer, they also gain 20% hindered for 6 seconds. This effect cannot stack. Then, this perk goes on cooldown for 60 seconds. On the bottom, it does say haste increases survivor movement speed, and hindered reduces killer movement speed for the people who did not know the stats effects. I'm just saying, flashlight users, you just found yourself your new favorite perk. This is pretty cool. Okay, I'm sure it's going to be really fun for the people who run flashlights every single game. Now, moving on to the second perk in Alan's kit. It is Boon Illumination. Looks like we're going to be getting another Boon perk, which is pretty cool. It says, your keen insight is something best shared with others. Press and hold the ability button 1 near a dole or hex totem to bless it, and it creates a boon totem. Soft chimes ring out in a 24-meter range. Survivors inside your boon totem range see the aura of all chests and all generators in blue. If you have a lit boon totem, you cleanse or bless totems 10% faster. You can only bless one totem at a time. All equipped boon perks are active on your boon totem. When it comes to playing Survivor, I'll be honest, I don't really use a lot of boon perks, but I don't know. I'll try this out, see how it works. Let's see if it's actually worth running in game, making it part of my actual, perk build in game. And now we move on to the final perk in Alan's kit. This one is going to be Deadline. It says, desperation creeps in and you push yourself to work harder. This perk activates when you are injured. Skill checks appear 10% more frequently when repairing or healing and appear in random places. The penalty for missing skill checks is reduced by 50%. I feel like Behavior does this every now and then. They just throw a perk in there. It really makes people question why this is even a perk in the first place. Kind of like with the Cheryl perk, whenever that came out. I forget what it's called, but it's whenever you can, on command, just bring the entity and block the gen, which helps when it comes to preventing killers from kicking the gen. But it's kind of like the same thing with this one. Whenever I read it, I'm like, why is this even a thing? But I'm sure if you basically make this your core perk and basically make a whole perk build around this perk, I'm sure you'll see a lot of benefit from it. But yeah, this is definitely one of those perks where you just have to go in game and just see what works with it, what works, what doesn't work. But there you guys have it, Alan Wake and Dead by Daylight. Let me know if you've already tried them out in the PTB. Let me know if you like it, if you hate it, do you enjoy the perks, is he fun? Let me know down in the comments. But that's gonna it for me. Thanks so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, definitely does help a lot. Follow me on Twitch if you want to see any DVD action live. And I'll see you guys next video maker, right? Later.